All right, we're finishing up page 1 of lesson 7.4. So since we know how to get the explicit formula for an arithmetic or a geometric sequence, we're now going to learn about how to change them to their recursion formulas and vice versa. So given an arithmetic sequence, you already know this from lesson 7.1. The general term of the arithmetic sequence is Tn equals a plus n minus 1 d. But the way that we get this explicit formula was because we could just keep adding d to get to the next term. So the third term would be a plus 2d, the fourth term would be a plus 3d. So as the recursive formula, we would just need to write down that the first term is equal to a, and every subsequent term is going to equal the previous term plus the common difference d. And don't forget the restriction on n. It has to be greater than 1 just to make sure that the term numbers are whole numbers. Okay, positive greater than 0. All right, one more time just to make sure. Here, the general term of the arithmetic sequence is given as an explicit formula. This is the recursive formula for the arithmetic sequence. All right, let's move on to the next page for geometric sequences. Same deal with geometric sequences. We can express them using an explicit formula as well as a recursive formula. Again, recall from all the way back lesson 7.1. The general term of a geometric sequence was a r to the exponent n minus 1. That's the explicit formula. And now the recursive formula, remember we just need to multiply the previous term by r, and that's how we get the next term in the geometric sequence. So let's write that out. The first term is going to be a, and the next term is going to be the previous term times r. And n has to be greater than 1. Again, make sure our term numbers are whole numbers. So once more, the recursive formula, t1 equals a, the first term. The next term is equal to the previous term times the common ratio r, and n has to be greater than 1. So let's go over some examples. Looking at example A, I can see that I have to add 3 to get to my next term. So this is an arithmetic sequence. The explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence, Tn equals a plus n minus 1 d. Plug in everything you know, negative 10 plus n minus 1 times 3. And when you simplify, you should get 3n minus 13. And that would be your explicit formula. Refer back to the bottom of page 1 if you need to. The recursive formula for an arithmetic sequence is t1 equals a, and tn is equal to tn minus 1 plus d. So the next term is equal to the previous term plus the common difference. N is greater than 1. So just plug in everything and you're done. So t1 equals negative 10. Tn is equal to tn minus 1 plus the common difference 3. N is greater than 1. And that gives us our recursive formula. All right, feeling good? Let's try the next example. It's a geometric sequence this time because we need to just multiply by negative 3 every time. So that's how we know we have a geometric sequence. So Tn equals a r to the power of n minus 1. So 2 times negative 3 to the power of n minus 1. That's our explicit formula. For the recursive formula, I know it's t1 equals a, tn equals r times tn minus 1, n is greater than 1. So t1 equals 2. The next term is equal to negative 3 times the previous term, n greater than 1. And that's the recursive formula. We'll go over some more examples in the next video.